12 mistakes you make when you start making money. The most difficult challenge is not making money, but rather managing it properly. Sadly, too many high-profile stories have demonstrated the financial struggles of even millionaires take a turn for worse when their wealth isn't managed responsibly. But what risks do people face as they make and manage more money? Join us in uncovering common pitfalls that can lead to unfortunate outcomes if overlooked or ignored. 12. You keep looking for small gains. Many people get too comfortable with small gains when they could be achieving so much more, but they don't take the risks necessary to make real progress. Playing it safe might seem reasonable at first, but if you miss out on lucrative opportunities because you're too focused on short-term wins, you won't be prepared to capitalize on more exciting prospects down the line. With a little bit of due diligence and a willingness to take calculated risks, you can keep looking for small gains while also exploring avenues that could significantly improve your overall financial success. 11. You don't reinvest. The consequences of not reinvesting a portion back into our business are far-reaching and critical. By refusing to reinvest, we're hindering our own growth and, in turn, preventing ourselves from taking advantage of potential opportunities and expanding what's possible for us. We thus remain stuck in one place and unable to explore any kind of growth or success. This is why it is so important that we make an effort to put some money back into our businesses, so that we may enjoy the reward of growing those activities with confidence. 10. You don't find a way to scale. It can be incredibly difficult to scale, but implementing small changes towards a more sustainable, profitable and scalable system is key. Even with something that gets you an earning of $10,000 a month, there is still potential to grow and make $100,000 from it. It requires thoughtful planning and a commitment to expanding resources in order to ensure that your business is equipped with enough capital to take full advantage of the opportunities available. Without establishing a reliable pathway for growth, you're likely to find yourself stuck in limbo, struggling to reach any goals you have set out for yourself. 9. You don't invest in people to help you grow bigger. Investing in people, and ultimately their growth, should be a priority when it comes to running a successful small business. It's all too easy to become self-reliant when some financial stability has been achieved, with the added peace of mind that our own efforts are bearing fruit. However, there are always bigger and better opportunities than those achieved independently. Investing money into things that can help improve the lives of your colleagues will inevitably lead to greater success for everyone involved, making the entire team more efficient and productive. Achieving better results as a unified collective is much more rewarding than a solely one-person achievement, and although this may require extra work and expenditure on your part, you can trust that it will be worth your while. 8. You don't make comparisons. When you don't have money, shopping is all about careful consideration and comparison. You weigh up the costs and convenience of a few vendors, making sure to get the best deal possible. However, when you do have money and no longer worry about finding deals, people often rush into purchasing decisions without taking time to research other options and potentially save hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. For those who need it, being able to find the best bargain can be the difference between financial security and distress. Therefore, it is important to think carefully with any potential purchase before committing your hard-earned cash. 7. You ignore your credit score. Ignoring your credit score could come back to haunt you, especially if an unexpected bill arises or you end up in a financial pickle. That's because lenders use it as a factor when considering an interest rate for you. If your credit score is low, it'll likely result in higher rates and more expensive loans. That's a price that can easily go out of control if neglected. Luckily, there are ways to manage your credit responsibly and thus save yourself some money down the line. 6. You maintain unused memberships. Do you have unused memberships that you're spending money on without realizing it? It's easy to lose track of how much goes into these costs, as the average person spends $350 a year before they even consider how much they're paying for subscriptions that they don't use. When our paychecks increase, it's tempting to start signing up for multiple services and not consider the subscription fees we would be paying. After all, what's $10 a month? Unfortunately, those small amounts can add up quickly over time, and soon already tight budgets are put under strain. Be aware of this and make sure your subscriptions are necessary and used. Even if you forget to cancel one, you won't regret saving those extra few $100s each year. 5. You spend impulsively. Do you often find yourself making impulsive purchases without even thinking twice? Uncontrollable spending is usually driven by the emotional roller coaster that comes with having money. From boredom to stress, joy, or even depression, there is always an urge to add a bit of retail therapy in your life, especially when faced with unused funds. Whether it's taking a leisurely stroll around a nearby mall or simply clicking away online, take a moment to pause and examine why you're about to make that purchase. Instead of engaging in impulse buying, consider allocating your money towards more productive and less destructive endeavors. For you, equate extravagance to success. The rise of influencers has changed the way that people view success and extravagance. Our society has become so focused on outward appearances that it's easy to get trapped in the mentality of having to possess certain luxury items if you want to be perceived as successful. It's not enough to just be rich, you have to make sure everyone knows it by purchasing more expensive cars, vacations, and other luxuries, regardless of whether or not you actually need them. This pressure has left many feeling desperate, fearful, and panicked that they are not living up to the unrealistic expectations created by influencer culture. 3. You practice lifestyle inflation. Practicing lifestyle inflation can be an incredibly risky endeavor. When you have money, there is a strong pull to enhance your quality of life in order to reflect your financial well-being. Suddenly the Toyota you have isn't good enough and you need to buy a Mercedes? Stop. This kind of behavior can backfire if you aren't careful, as it can lead you down a path of spending more than you make and quickly accumulating high credit card bills. Avoid this situation if at all possible by exercising restraint when it comes to upgrading your lifestyle. 2. You take too many risky baths. Far too often, people become blinded by the success of their past and make riskier investments than they should be. A prime example is when retail traders, who have earned countless wealth with one particular strategy, suddenly succumb to their blind faith in it, only to end up wiping out their account in an instant. This reckless behavior is a reality and should serve as a warning to anyone attempting to take too many risky baths when it comes to their finances. What had worked for you in the past may not work now or even in the future. 1. You chase trends when you've got money. Although many of us have welcoming pockets that lend themselves to chasing trends when we've got money, we must be aware of the repercussions. Too often, when presented with a seemingly attractive business idea, we are so keen on investing as much money as possible and, in our anxiety for success, we neglect to research all aspects of the investment and its potential outcomes in the long run. The truth is, if we don't take the time to think through our decisions critically and consider how all eventualities might play out, both good and bad, then our money won't be spent as wisely as it might have been. We value your opinion and have a special reward for those who make it to the end of our video. Now's your chance to receive something exclusive. You trust people with your money. Unfortunately, when it comes to money, emotions should be put aside and due diligence exercised at all times. While trusting our loved ones and those close to us may seem natural, the risks of overlooking proof that those individuals are qualified to manage our finances can be disastrous. No matter how close you are with someone, it is important to remain critical and demand strong proof before entrusting them with your hard-earned money. Make it a rule not to conduct any financial business if you're so close that you would be unwilling to make sure the other party adheres to clear guidelines for proper management of your funds. Not doing so could result in serious financial losses down the line. Financial preparedness is key to a successful life. By paying attention to the experiences of others and being mindful of our decisions today, we can ensure that our financial future remains firm and secure. Establishing healthy habits now will pay dividends down the line, so don't delay in taking control over your finances. If you're looking for a way to take control of your finances and make sure your financial future remains secure, then subscribing to my channel is the perfect solution. I provide valuable information that can help you create healthy habits and make smart decisions when it comes to your money.